Hey guys, this is Will Doggett from loopsandworship.com, and I have to apologize in advance. Some of you may officially hate me when you see this because if you can't tell already, what you're looking at right now is Live 9. It's at least a beta version of Live 9. I don't have the full thing yet. But I've been messing with it for the past few weeks and haven't got it to spend as much time as I want. It's, getting to be Christmas time, so in the church world, that's our busiest time of year. And my wife and I are expecting our first kids, not kids. So we have twins on the way. It probably should be here in a few weeks, so it's only going to get crazier. But I say I haven't got to spend as much time as I've wanted to with Live 9, but I've been able to dig in, and part of being a certified trainer is we get access to beta stuff. So it's been pretty neat. But what I figured I would do is just shoot a quick, less than 5-minute video showing you guys some of my favorite features of Live 9. Things that I feel like they've improved on, things that are really neat to me. So let's crank into it. First thing is the browser. To me, you guys that have worked with Live before, used to seeing all these buttons. Not anymore, right? We have this one button. It's organized and laid out so well now. We can go through sounds, drum sounds. I don't have all the sounds loaded in the sound bank that comes with Suite. I just have a few right now. But really cool, just easy way to get around. What's really cool is you can add locations, and you can add places from all across your desktop. Before we were limited to those 3 folders, and remember we had our bookmarks bar up here. But I can just add anything over here, and I have direct access to it. The other killer thing about the browser now is if I press Command F, I can search for anything. So I can type in reverb, I press enter, and then press enter again. That loads up the first reverb. I can go through and search and try to find, different patches or whatever. And if I find the one I want, then I hit enter and that loads that in. So that's really quick, really easy to work with. For those of you guys that are DJs or maybe use Live to DJ, this is a pretty cool feature. I do Command F. I added my iTunes library, so I can type in a song name that I want, press enter, load the song in, and it's ready to go, right? I mean, how much faster could that be? So that's pretty killer. So the browser to me is a really cool improvement. I'm really enjoying it. The other thing, let me show you guys this. This is small, but for me, this is a huge improvement. I'm going to switch over to my guitar there. Sorry, not going to play it, but just load it in. And I'm going to record some faux guitar, right? So it's loaded in. I'm going to set a tempo here and turn my metronome on and just record a few measures of basically silence, and then you'll get what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you notice, if you look up here, I didn't stop this immediately at 1 measure. Okay, so before in Live 8, if that had happened, what I'd have to do is make sure I press this button again. Global quantization, though, would lock it in. Oh, see, I'm already missing it. Global quantization now over here would lock that in to 1 bar, and it would stop it. But what if I'm playing guitar and I can't stop it right in a measure and I want it to loop? Then I kind of have to let it go for 2 measures, maybe some silence, then go in and move those loop the loop brace where I want it. But now check this out. If I double click, Live automatically made a guess as to how long I wanted that clip to be, and I already put my loop bracket around it, which is killer. I mean, that's a huge time saver. So if you guys are performing with Live, recording clips live, that's huge. That's really, really neat. The other thing that's nice about this is editing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to load in a clip here. Actually, let's load this into arrangement here. There we go. My back to arrangement button has moved, if you guys are used to seeing that. And I'm just going to do some quick edits to show you how quick it is to edit stuff in Live 9 now. I can go to my track volume. If something hasn't been automated, you'll see the line is just a dash like that. To create a breakpoint now is 1 click. To switch between draw mode is just B as opposed to Command B, which is kind of nice, so I could draw stuff in there. But then I can just create fades really, really quickly now. So if I wanted to do like a fade in here, I could do that. All right, let's bring this guy up. There we go. You guys probably saw this in the keynote or have seen videos. I can create breakpoints, hold down Alt Option, and do curved automation. It's kind of a silly looking one, but let's try that. There we go. You can see that's moving. If I just put my mouse near the line, I don't have to touch it, then I can move the line. If I just want to move just that section, or let's say just this section, I can just highlight it, put my mouse near there, and just move that. If I want to get rid of all of it, drag it down, move it up. Really, really cool. Editing stuff is killer. Imagine curved automations on tempo now. So if we're retarding a song or speeding it up, that's going to be really, really nice. But let's look at the last thing, which everyone is interested in, and that's the audio to MIDI features. which to me are really killer. And sometimes it works really well, sometimes it's not as great, but I'll show you guys what that looks like and how that works. So let's dig in here. I have a few examples loaded up to show you guys how well it works. This one is pretty fun, right? This is a classic drum beat. Y'all should know this song, right? And I do want to state in Live's manual, it says you shouldn't use this with MP3s. It should be better quality stuff like AIFF, waves, uncompressed things that don't have as many artifacts. So naturally, I try to use MP3s because they told me not to, and see how it works. And for some things, it works really well. So there's that drum beat. All I did was right-click on it and did convert drums to new MIDI track, and this is what I ended up with. Right? I can change my drum sound if I want to. Drop over here to drums. Kit Core 808, session dry. I don't know what that sounds like. Right now, what's cool about this is it automatically detected where that kick was, right? Where the snare was, where the hats were. I didn't have to tell it from that, which is really, really neat. So that is pretty cool. Here's a classic track we all should know from that chord, right? That stab. Now all I did was right click and do harmony. And it converted it right there. I can change the sound. I can take out some of these wacky high notes. I could see the voicing that's happening, right? Which is kind of neat. Cool stuff happening there. Let me show you guys. What's another cool one that I can show you? This one's kind of neat. All right, this is a full track. Now there's a bass thing, but I can go in here, type bass, go to sounds, and try this type of bass. Oh, let's load it on this one. Play this MIDI groove that I got from another track. Right, not the best music ever, but the coolest thing about that is I'm taking examples from other songs, combining them, and you know, just choosing whatever sounds I want to, which is really neat. I'll show you guys this one. This one is pretty cool. Show you how it started, how it ended up. The most exciting thing to me about the audio to MIDI, it's not always perfect, gets you close enough, though, is it's not necessarily a necessity to have a MIDI controller now. Obviously, if you're a piano player, you're probably used to playing parts in. That's great. That's good for you. But if you're not, and you're maybe a guitar player, we're kind of, if we don't have great piano knowledge, sometimes we're restricted to just drawing in parts. Our voicings don't always end up as great because we're drawing them in, unless we know theory really well. But it's not always the best thing in the world. So what I wanted to do is I just wanted to create a song without a MIDI controller, see what it sounded like. So let me play, and again, I'm not going to win any awards for this, but let you hear what the track sounds like now. Right, again, not the best sounding track ever, but check out where this pad part came from. That's me playing acoustic into the laptop mic on my MacBook Air. It's not a great recording, you can hear it's distorting a bit, but it went from that into this pad sound, right? You can see the voicings here. I can tweak those voicings if I want to. Pretty killer. Here's my drum part. I'll embarrass myself a bit. This is what it came from. This is me literally beatboxing. You can see I went in and corrected the timing a bit with some warp markers there. But it auto-detected the kick, the hat, the snare from my beatboxing. Now that's pretty amazing to me. And then this is a little guitar lead I played. And then it converts it to that. So that is pretty incredible to me, and that's some of my favorite features of Live 9. Again, if you guys have any questions, or if you want to say, hey, is this included? Can you check this out for me? Feel free to shoot me an email, will@loopsandworship.com. I'd love to check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please check out pricing on Live 9 now. That's the other thing I was going to say. There's great deals on upgrading. Maybe if you're on just Live 8, and you want to upgrade to Live 8 Suite, check out the pricing to do that, because you can do that and then get Live 9 for free when it comes out first quarter of 2013. So pretty exciting stuff. I encourage you to check out pricing on Ableton's site or dealer's site that you know, online or in person. talk to them about that, because now is the time to do that upgrade pricing, get some special pricing. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then, and talk to you guys later. Have a good one.